Hey, man, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Good morning. Good morning. This is Buck City Reloaded, and we back with another exclusive. You know what it is, man. Trump, it's not going to go. We're not going to go 30 days before they're going to be trying to attack him. All right. I'm for the guys that feel like you're under attack, I mean, nothing we say these days means anything. Nothing we say is can be taken wait a minute, maybe this guy feels like this. Maybe it's not about emotions. Maybe he's not taking shots at me. Maybe that's just the way he feels, I'm not here to tell women you're full of shit, but if you're full of shit, I'm going to have an opinion, just like if a guy runs around popping up with these allegations and stuff, like Jeff Shep was on here the other day. That's my friend. He said he was a victim, I laughed, I don't know, man. People are too sensitive these days. Native Gold, salute, brother. Bill Flowers in the building, salute. Def Chef, hey. Trouble, hey. Shit sandwich and a burrito. Oh, hey, I'd rather have a shit burrito. I didn't catch that part. Damn. See, I was about to say I would rather have a burrito, sir, but not if it's gonna be a shit burrito, This election definitely opened up my eyes, and maybe it's been like this, what I'm saying? Maybe this election thing hasn't been as serious as, when we grew up and singing God Bless America in second grade and shit, what I'm saying? I mean, we want to think that this country is the best place ever. That's what we want to think. But either whoever wins, man, I'm not gonna lose any friends. I'm not gonna lose any sleep. I know the mortgage company, if I'm late, they're gonna call me. If I don't pay on the first, them motherfuckers, they're gonna call on the 8th. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So we got to get out of our feelings and just let these clowns just kind of play it out how it's going to be. Whoever wins, you're supposed to put yourself in a position to win. If Kamala wins, whatever her policies are, you adjust. You got to adjust. You got to adjust. If Trump wins, if it's a shit burrito or a shit cheese sandwich, a grilled shit sandwich, hey, we got to take it and roll with the punches, man. I believe that. But anyway, let's get into it, man. There's a little bit of bean footage.
Survivors of sexual assault or abuse, including several who have accused Donald Trump of sexual abuse and misconduct, joined advocates and community leaders in posting a full-page ad in the New York Times. Together they wrote, Donald J. Trump was found liable for sexual abuse in a court of law. He is a proven abuser. This is not a matter of opinion. It is fact. A second Trump term would pose multiple dangers to our democracy, not least of which is the dangerous daily message it would send through his presence and his policies that sexual or gender-based violence of any kind is normal, unavoidable, and something the American people should accept. The group Survivors for Kamala also hosted a Zoom call this week.
Why now? Why now? Okay, like we got the election popping up. We got all this Diddy shit popping up. They're talking about this Epstein guy again, Why now? It makes me want to just vote for Trump. I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. The negative attention that they're putting on him at the rate that they're doing it, it's got to be making people curious, man. Like, damn, why do they want this guy so bad? Like, what are they trying to hide from everybody? That's what I'm thinking. I'm not the biggest. I'm not like this staunch fucking politician, right? I'm not him. $75-pound monsters. Hey, man, you might have to get one off War Pony 2, bruh. I'm telling you. War Pony 2 is a 65, 70-pound tank. I seen a son of him. Shit, this little fella had to be 20 damn pounds. Easy. Puppy. This joker's going to get big, I tell you. He ain't going to be under 60. He's not. I don't care. I don't care what goes on. Bank statement in the building. What up, brother? Bloodthirst in the building. What up? Oh, shit. Marisol next heat. The superstar Marisol. That'd be nice, man. Be interesting to see what you come up with, my brother. Be interesting. 7-8 in the building. What up, my brother? 7-8. This algorithm, man. And I'm trying to see what's happening, man. See if the Clucks is outside. They ain't throwing a dog a bone today, 7-8. I lost the appeal too. Hey, sugar the shit, man. Sugar the shit. You know what I'm saying? Supreme excellence in the building. What up? Yes, sir. But anyway, man, look, one of these, and I was half asleep listening to this. And I was like, man, look, some old ass chick popped up on the screen and said that he grabbed her butt and all of this. It's just like, man, what are we talking about? What are we talking in 1993, bro? Like, how old was I? How old was I back then, man? Like, how the fuck old was I back in 1993? Some girl said he hugged her and grabbed her butt. You know, this bra got to be like 70 years old, bro. I don't know, man, to take TV seriously anymore. I see why when I grew up, I used to meet people and they used to, oh yeah, we don't watch TV. And you know what I'm saying? One of my partners don't let his sons watch TV and you know, all of that pollution. Because I honestly, it's been so much bullshit on TV that I don't even know what to believe anymore. I don't even know what to believe. It's crazy.
This week to mobilize support. And joining me now are three of the more than two came forward with their stories of sexual abuse.
Okay, so this old ass cougar in the corner, and I'm not trying to lash out, bro. I'm not lashing out. I made my opinion, and now I'm gonna do my reaction to this. You know, and it's nothing more. I don't have anything invested in this. Nobody's put me up to this. You know, I don't know who I'm voting for. If I might not even vote, bro. It doesn't matter. Whoever I vote for is my damn business. Right? This don't have nothing to do with Donald Trump. It does have something to do with this Diddy shit popping up and all this Me Too shit. This Me Too shit. Got 80-year-old women popping out, talking about they've been groped and you know, all of this, man. Look, I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it at all. I think you should go straight to the police right away. If that's what the case is, if you want people to feel sorry for you, I should say. If you don't come right out, yeah, we talk about women being attacked and the media attack and they're scared and you know all of this. Yeah, I get that. I get all that. But from me, you're going to get backlash if you wait 30 years to pop out with some shit, dog. Like if he was at the bus stop sleep with a goddamn sign talking about if, you know, we'll work for food and shit, would you have to went after him then? Would you have to went after him if he was a fucking bum? Rolling around in a Datsun with the check engine light on. Putting $5 in the tank at a time. Right? You're not going after him in those conditions, but you're going to go after a wealthy guy that's running for fucking president, the biggest office in the country. So I thought. And now I'm starting to think it's not. There's other things that are bigger than this. You know, there might be like doctors and shit that's bigger than fucking the president. Because this presidential shit has turned into a fucking joke. You got Barack Obama popping out, shaming black dudes, talking about if we don't vote for Kamala Harris. Man, what the fuck has Kamala Harris done for the black community? We got to talk about this shit, you know, because everybody, we got to look at what policies goes for your community and, you know, all of this shit. I don't know why we don't just do away with this race shit. It seems like it's always going to pop up. Even if I did do Republican, the Republicans ain't winning the state of Washington, bro. They're not. There's too many liberals out here. I don't agree with none of this shit going on. Every woman on here, they don't want to vote for the why? Because they want to be able to go get an abortion. That's the reason why. That's the only thing I hear. Oh, he wants to do this. Oh, he doesn't want women to have rights with their rights and rights and right. Men don't got fucking rights. Join the fucking club, god damn it. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this bullshit, man. Men don't have fucking rights. And when I get women and my cousins, you know, everybody, we started a little podcast and shit, you know what I'm saying? They get heated over there, bro. And I don't give a fuck. Don't get me to do podcasts with family because I'm not sparing nobody's fucking feelings. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't give a fuck how many abortions your ass had. I don't give a fuck how many babies daddies your ass had. I'm sticking to my morals. When you saw New Jack City, you saw him put that glass dick up to his mouth. You knew that you wasn't going to be no crackhead, dog. Those are morals that you had when you was a little ass kid, dog. So I'm sticking to my shit. I'm sticking to my talking points. I'm not waffling. This is bullshit. This old ass librarian, she looks like this lady named Miss Honeycunt. Hey, I had a teacher. She was like a tutor. She used to come to the school and shit, you know, tutor the bad kids and shit. Me, you know, we needed a little extra, right? Chef, man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody, dog. Look. Man, the lady's name was Miss Honeycunt, bro. I couldn't have been in the second grade or something, bro. Decatur Elementary School, man. Somebody knows who this is, who I'm talking about. That's who this lady looks like. I'm done with y'all, man. See, we can't do this shit.
By Trump. Jessica Leeds, Natasha Stoynoff, and Amy Doris. Thank you both for being here. Thank you all three for being here. Jessica, I will start with you. Why do you think it was important for women to come together and speak out against Donald Trump becoming president again?
Because this is an important issue. This is something that should not be swept under the table any longer. This affects
any longer. This been 30 years. What are we talking about? This shit been 30 years since your shit been getting touched. He said he went to Decatur. Woo, shit. Hey, we move. What up? APBT Radio. Hey, salute. You know how we do, man. The show must go on, Wayne. You know that. You know you can hit me and get anything you want, brother. It's applesauce to a boss.
people through their entire life, and it's just unnecessary.
And Donald Trump has attacked you, yourself, Jessica, as well as E. Jean Carroll. Let me play that real quick.
But as far as I know, I never met her. I never touched her. I would have had no interest in meeting her in any way, shape, or form. I know you're going to say it's a terrible thing to say, but it couldn't have happened. It didn't happen. And she would not have been the chosen one.
What did he say, man? She would not have been the chosen one. You guys are going to leave Donald J alone, man. You guys are going to learn to leave Donald alone, man. Let me see.
Yourself, Jessica, as well.
Okay, now I got that. Donald's an asshole, man. Why would he say that? He said they've been busting us out there, man. I'm telling you, man. They were talking about closing down Sacagawea Elementary School. You know, they shutting schools down, man. They're trying to get up in these budget cuts, man, so they could go pay for a war or to lock more people up, to build prisons. They'll shut the schools down, you know. But I guess if them schools wasn't worth a fuck, then what the fuck? It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Adams in the building. Salute, brother. Hey, we on this wake and bake. We on this wake and bake. You know how we do. It's wake and bake time. Smoke up. I only got one more left. I'm gonna have to figure something out. It's my last. It's fat, but it's my last joint.
Thing to say, but it couldn't have happened. It didn't happen. And she would not have been the chosen one.
It is just.
Yeah, she would not have been the chosen one. And all women, they're going to get mad at these comments. They're going to say all of this emotional shit. But you ain't the chosen one. Everybody wants to act like they got their booty grabbed and, you know, all of this, grab me on the pussy and, you know, all of this shit. Oh, I fucked Donald Trump. Why don't you just come out and say you fucked him? That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like these young ass broads lying, trying to say they fucked a real nigga. That's what it sounds like to me. You guys are just in the White House. We didn't know that they did this type of shit in the corporate world. You know, we just, you know, we don't give a fuck. You want to be under the list of a motherfucker that fucked Donald Trump, allegedly. Because you motherfucker try to come sue me. You know, I'm gonna blow up in the next 3 months. Don't come sue me, motherfucker. Don't sue me, goddamn.
Never met her. I never touched her.
He never met her old ass. He never met this woman. It's her word against his. Who you gonna believe? A motherfucker that waited 30 years to pop out? You popping out and all this shit after 30 years and shit? Come on, dog.
Important issue. This is something that should not be swept under the table any longer. This affects people through their entire life, and it's just unnecessary.
And Donald Trump has attacked yourself, Jessica, as well as E. Jean Carroll. Let me play that real quick.
But as far as I know, I never met her. I never touched her. I would have had no interest in meeting her in any way, shape, or form. I know you're going to say it's a terrible thing to say, but it couldn't have happened. It didn't happen. And she would not have been the chosen one.
It's just extremely gross. He says the chosen one, and I want to ask you what you think that means. And also, before I do that, let me play somebody who does believe you, or at least who did, J.D. Vance.
At a fundamental level, this is sort of a he said, she said, right? And at the end of the day, do you believe Donald Trump?
What does this pussy have to do with it? Are you law enforcement? See, it ain't just in the dog game. You know, you got rats everywhere. Like, what does this pussy have to do with it, with his bullshit analysis? He mad because he ain't getting no pussy.
Who always tells the truth? Just kidding. Or do you believe that woman on that tape? No.
Jessica, your thoughts?
Well, I did find the term chosen one a little bit bizarre, but this is his MO. It has been his MO since he was probably a teenager. even before. I wasn't the first. I wasn't the last. It's just amazing he's gotten away with it. I would like to have some part, stopping it. So that's why I'm here.
No, you're having some part in trying to crank up some type of lawsuit later on. And we're just the dummies that don't see this shit. They raked it up on Diddy, got 100 and some 200 goddamn lawsuits and shit filed and, getting looked at and all this shit. And, every woman thinking that it's a good time to bubble up. And the way the system is, hey, why not take advantage of the system? Why not come out and lie on more guys over some shit that happened 30 fucking years ago? Why not? It's convenient. Why not?
And Natasha, let's talk about sort of the wider implications of this. I mean, Donald Trump, who has about 24 accusers at various levels of sexual abuse, he is an adjudicated sexual abuser in the case of E. Jean Carroll. He also put one of the 3 justices on the Supreme Court, one of whom has also been credibly accused of sexual abuse. And those are the 3 who caused half the population to lose their civil rights. Those are the people who stripped women of abortion rights. What message?
So women, they just so cold on this abortion shit. What's up with these backbiting ass women that they just love this abortion shit? We just can't go 2 days without having an abortion, bro. They're so disgruntled. They don't give a fuck about nothing. Now, how was the economy? How was those gas prices? What was, was the money circulating? What was the inflation like? Like, why can't a woman ever worry about important shit? Most women abuse abortion anyway. They're getting fucked at the club, letting somebody bust off in them. Let's be real. Or they want to get an abortion because they've been cheating on your ass. And they don't want to go through with this. You're too good of a provider. They don't want to lose you behind this kid doesn't look like me type shit. Let me get a fucking, so they want to keep those rights open. Damn the kid that doesn't get the chance to live. Nobody never says nothing about the kid that doesn't get a chance at life, doesn't get a chance to be the next president, doesn't get a chance to make the change. They never say how getting rid of abortion will probably make a lot of women make better choices in who they sleep with, right? You might not want to have a threesome now, right? All this partying and shit in college, letting 4 guys smash you and shit. Come on, dog. All that should be out of the window if you tighten up on some of this shit. So you got to look at other positive things that could possibly happen other than women losing their right. Oh, she caused the half of the population to lose their rights. Is that the only fucking right you want? Well, fuck it. Take away child support then. So that we can have a choice if we want to take care of the kid or not. You got a choice. If you don't want to take care of the kid, all you got to do is fucking abort the motherfucker. Let us have a choice. Get rid of child support. Oh, you guys don't want to do that, though. You motherfuckers don't want to do that, but you want to be able to put a man on child support for a kid that's not even his. I know plenty of guys paying for kids that's not even theirs. Okay? Okay?
Do you think it would send if after all of that he is sent back to the White House?
It's telling our next generation of women that we don't care about them. We don't care if they're abused. We don't care if they have any independence over their bodies. It's taking us back to another time and throwing us into a Handmaid's Tale. It really is horrifying. It's like a nightmare. And I assume you're talking about Kavanaugh, but I'm also thinking we had on the Zoom the other night Anita Hill, and I remember very well watching those hearings for Thomas, and it's like nothing has changed. And we're telling women, you have to go back. That's what we're saying to them.
Yeah. I mean, Amy, I do think about that sometimes, that 2/3 of the 6-person right-wing majority on the Supreme Court that decides whether women have any rights at all, whether LGBTQ folks have any rights at all, whether you can have mifepristone, 2/3 of that 6 have been accused by women, credibly.
Accused. What does that got to do with it? That's bullshit. So you just accuse motherfuckers? And it's just stands in gold. Like, come on, man. Who gives a fuck who been accused? Then when they accuse your ass of some shit, now it's the victim. Now it's, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But we can just accuse man of shit every other day and everything's fine. This is bullshit, man. This is bullshit.
Of some sort of sexual misconduct. That strikes me as a pox on America and on our judicial system, but I would love to know what you think.
Are you asking me about that?
Yeah, Amy, yes.
Okay, sorry, I thought you said Amy. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's astonishing that we've allowed this to happen, that we've allowed this man to get into the White House in the first place after women did come up in 2016. And then you've got more people who've had people come against them. And credibly, like you said.
Because you're not going after him only for some clout. If you attack him on some regular shit, then that's, it's more credible. You only want to go after him and jump on these TV shows and all of this shit. And with these fake ass news reporters and shit interviewing you, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your privacy. They didn't give a fuck about your story before Donald Trump ran for president. So now all of a sudden they want to hear your story and all of it. We want to act like everything is, come on now.
And now they are basically controlling what we do with our bodies, and they're telling us what we can do with our bodies. And we know they don't respect our bodies and they don't respect us as women.
Yeah. And
see, that's the only gripe they got is what to do with your bodies. Get rid of child support. You can have all the fucking abortions you want. How about that? That's a deal. I think that's a deal. That way you can make a choice and shit. Because we don't have a choice. I'm going to keep saying this over and over. If I get a woman pregnant and I want to keep that baby, there's nothing I can do to keep that baby. She can just go around the corner and delete the baby without me even knowing. Clearly. Or if vice versa, if I say, well, you know what? I'm not financially able to take care of this baby. I think we should go around the corner and delete the baby. She could tell me, fuck you. I'll see your ass in court. Right? And then for another motherfucker, she'll go get a divorce. She'll go get an abortion. Back to back, plan Bs and shit. Come on, man. Exactly. And that's funny. Like, what? Why would you don't even have a stake in it? You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense, man. You're rocking the building. Salute, brother. Rick Malik in the building. Hit that like button, y'all. They ain't gonna run me off, man. I'm gonna get my word out.
And Amy, I'll start with you. Do you think that Donald Trump is a a personally dangerous person.
Absolutely. You know, I spent 4 days with him in a row. And this.
Why you spend 4 days with him in a room? See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. What was you doing? Was you in a relationship when you did this shit? Did you have a man? Right? Did you have kids at home somewhere? Like, we got to check the credibility of these females, man. If they're going to dig deep, we got to dig deep. So you was up in the, I mean, shit, since everything that we say about Donald Trump is true, shit, we might as well, shit, you probably was in a relationship, allegedly. What, you some type of call girl? I don't understand. You know? I don't understand this shit here. You know? I don't understand, brother.
This is a man who doesn't take no for an answer. And that's something we really need to pay attention to. He did not say no to any of us here on this call or any of the other women who came forward, and probably many others that are not coming forward. Then you have the election in 2020. He did not accept no from the American public. He did not win that election. He does not know how to take no for an answer. That's like the bottom line. It's really simple. And why would we hand this guy the new codes? Like, why?
And Natasha, I mean, this is somebody who also partied with Jeffrey Epstein. This is somebody who was known to, was described by many people as a friend of his. None of that has really been aired out. You know, we've heard some of your stories. You all been brave enough in some cases to make ads talking about your awful experiences with him.
Yeah, now it just goes to show that, you know, a lot of this shit been going on. There've been a lot of dudes that slip between the cracks. A lot of these big industries, a lot of these big family businesses and stuff, they all can be linked to this shit, bro. But they don't want to stir that up. You don't want to stir too much of it up. But let's stir up P. Diddy's ass and throw him in the blender, because that's lightweight, right? That's the norm.
But why do you suppose that there's been so little adjudication of his own personal history and the potential danger that he poses to women, when the things that he said in the Access Hollywood video he did, including to some of you?
I think it's a combination of people are afraid of him. Women are afraid to speak out. We all of us, Jessica, Amy, and the other women, we have dozens and dozens of women who approach us all the time telling us the same thing happened to them, but they are afraid to say something. And I think there's a group of...
What? Because of what happened to somebody else when they came forward. Why would you be scared? Nothing's happening to nobody. Jaguar Wright's running around saying shit. Ain't shit happened to her ass yet. But you're scared to come out? I don't get it, bro.
Of Americans who really don't place importance on any of what you just described. Now, are you going to mention the new accuser who came forward? I don't know if you
we
are.
don't have NBC has not.
Yeah, I wasn't doing content when the Bill Cosby thing came out. I wasn't doing content, but you know, I mean, we could revisit that. We can revisit it. I think a lot of that was bullshit. Just the dates. It's the dates for me, bro. Now, did it happen? Did he do it? Probably, right? Probably, bro. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or no, you know, I listen, bro. Was some of the women there just for the clout and just trying to stick a guy just because it's some type of financial thing going on, that yes, that's going on. Everybody's looking for a way to scam. It doesn't matter what color you are, age you are, none of this shit. I don't care. You could be 3 white ladies up on here talking about Donald Trump. You could be 3 gang members up there talking about Donald Trump, bro. I'm not going to look at the shit. I'm going to analyze it how I feel it should be analyzed. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the Bill Cosby, the receipts and shit. I don't know. This shit sound like some bullshit. Like this old, especially the old lady. Or this one that says she spent 4 days with him. Like, what was you doing? The fuck was you doing? What the fuck was you doing? But so now you're gonna write a book. Everybody wants to know what those 4 days with Donald Trump, like you're gonna sell a book. That's what we think. Man, we don't got no control over nothing. They want to be able to have the right for somebody to stalk a guy in high school until he makes it to college, and then you get a baby with him, hoping that he goes to the NBA and shit. Then when you had a baby, you just pop out and do all this ratchet shit, and he's stuck with you because he doesn't want to lose half of his money. Like, let's talk about that shit. You guys want the power to do that. That's what that power does. When you give a woman a choice and shit. If we gave you a choice, half of you wouldn't even have family. We wouldn't have a nuclear family if we left it up to you broads. Hey, all right. Okay.
NBC News has not confirmed that report, so we don't have that just from a journalistic and reporting point of view. But I know that on that call, there were, however many women, if you could just describe that call, Natasha, how many women were on that call who had had personal bad experiences with Trump?
Well, we had maybe 3 or 4 of us, and several were watching as well. Alva was a panelist along with me, but there's a Jeffrey Epstein link, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything about what this new woman has said on the Zoom. Am I allowed to for you? In her story that she described, which made us all very emotional. We were all crying because it took us all back to the moments where he grabbed us.
But he just grabbed you for real. That's it. What was you doing? See, these brothers. Watch yourself, fellas. When you get in a position of power, and even when you're not, just watch yourself. Now you can't even hug a motherfucker, bro. They don't need videotape or no footage or no shit, man. You grab their ass, they're coming up, they talking about it. You trying to run for president, they're going to do anything to destroy you, bro. That's the pattern. Now, we can take Donald Trump out of it. We can put somebody else in that seat, and we can talk about it from a different perspective. But that's what's happening right now. Okay? That is what's happening. Dabster, what up?
Man, brother. In the immortal words of you, we got to stop this shit. Man, one of my partners be telling me that, man, we got to stop this shit.
We got to stop this.
This is what he means. Like, I mean, hey, man, listen, bro. I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't had my experiences with these chicks, bro. My body count is crazy. But if I'm in a room with a chick for 4 days, what can I accuse her of? Like, they ain't saying I was held hostage for 4 days. It's like, oh, well, I was hanging out with him in a room for 4 days. So what you telling me is that at some point in there, you just decided, I don't want you touching me. Man, listen, you're a prostitute, my nigga. You're a jump off. You're entertainment. That's what happened. You feel me? Hey, bro, I've been entertainment, okay? I've done the whole get flued out. You know, I've done it, bro. I'm a victim. See, you're laughing. You're laughing at me, right? And maybe I'm not emotional enough. Maybe I'm not enough of a victim. I only feel like a victim because that's what you're telling me I am. Right?
Man, there's real victims and there's fake victims.
There's real, man, come on, bro. What are we talking about right now, bro?
Yeah.
What are we talking? Hey, man.
Hey, did you file a police report?
No.
Okay.
How
long ago was that?
I'm 50. I'm going to say about 27, 28 years.
So it's 28 years ago.
Yes.
And so why are you just now coming out with this now?
Well, because I'm seeing other victims and they're triggering me. Right? It's bringing back memories. I'm getting emotional. Right? I'm crying over these stories.
Hey, let me apologize because I know these experiences can be traumatic and I don't want to laugh at the situation because it could have been serious for you. I mean, I think it's bullshit, but hey, you know, you're still my buddy, right?
Absolute brother. Listen, we gotta laugh at funny things. Because I'm like you. I'm gonna tell the story the way I talk. See, when I tell the story, it's funny. It's get the fuck out of it. But these are the stories we're telling. These are the stories we're telling. If that shit's credible with them, my shit should be credible. Hey, bro, listen. Sometimes you do sign up for things and not fully understand. I'm a community activist, bro. I never filled out an employment sheet. There wasn't no handbook or nothing. I just hopped into it, and now here we are. It's the same thing with thoughting around. Hey, bro, listen. I've been in situations. This ain't really what I agreed to. I just thought I was fucking with this one bitch. Now we got a little menage or a little orgy about to go up. Hey, listen. I could have left, or I could have just refused to participate. Right? I could have seen my grandparents. I'm a grandbaby baby. I was raised by my grandparents. Man, I got taught better than that. All the drugs and all the alcohol. Hey, brother, you know my grandparents. The way I was living, even the way I move now, that's not what I learned at home. Niggas is doing what it is they want to do. Motherfuckers want to have pussy remorse and dick remorse and all that. Nah, bro. You done did that. We always looking for an excuse. Oh, this person's age. Oh, this. Oh, that. Man, look, bro. We're going to these things well aware of what's really gonna happen. Hey, fam, I ain't never had a chick tell me she really wanted to be with me when she just wanted to spin it. Yeah, let me get you for a weekend. Let me get a dose of that. Even if we on some fuck buddy shit, bro. I ain't never had a chick who's trying to give me a night, promise me the world, bro. I don't know where they're finding these people. 4 days, man, bro. I can promise you, the chicks I was dealing with, man, they ain't trying to keep me in no room for 4 days, bro. Not me. Now, these are some special bitches. I get it. They blonde hair, lily white, man. I know the value of you is out the roof. But you just said, what the fuck was you doing in a room with the same man for 4 days?
Right.
What was you doing?
You was liking whatever the fuck is in there.
Man,
I'm not about to sit up in the room all day unless I like it in there. Right?
I'm not.
4 days, though. Not
4
just
days.
a day. 4 days. Yeah. I'm in my room now. I'm in the green room right now doing this podcast. But when I'm done with this, like, I probably won't sit in here for another minute. You feel me?
Man, bro.
4 days. So the chick came out. She came out and I guess said what she had to say, man. The chick that is alleging this abuse.
Abuse.
You know, I definitely want to.
Man, who stays in a room for 4? Like, look, it's one thing to get kidnapped, Doc. You feel me, Flames? Like, I understand. Hell, how come I'm not hearing I was held against my will, bro? And like you asked me, did you go to the police? See, I can make 1,000 excuses. Oh, well, Doc, you know where we from. We can't do it. Man, come on, bro. You've been sexually violated. Your manhood has been compromised. You feel worthless, Jermaine. Why you ain't go to the police? Hey, man, these are very good questions. See, it's okay to ask me this. Those are good questions. But when it's a lily white chick in the professional world, it's just believe her. And they just pop up 30 days before election time with this story. The story is 30 years old. I was doing the same thing y'all was at the time, and I wasn't fucking on no billionaire bitches either, nigga. These bitches had probably the 2,000 rotating dollars. You know what you taught us about the 2K in your pocket, and they don't even know about it.
And heavy rotation.
The heavy rotation money. I was dealing with that, bro. And you know what? At the moment, I was having the time of my life, bro. I was enjoying that shit. Nigga might as well have been in Disneyland. Now I'm a victim. And we allowing this shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know, Spitfire Shine. It is a shame. I know, man. I was ashamed. I was ashamed. Facts. Yes, I was. Now I'm a victim. So what you got to say to that, Spitfire Shine? Where's my justice?
Hey, you know, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me, brother.
Come on, straight cook.
You know, I'm not about to get up on here and sugarcoat nothing. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. They're trying to get this man out of the White House. And if he was on the bus, this shit would have never popped out.
Mm. Straight cook up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey. You know, I'm gonna just do these little quick pull-ups. These are pull-ups. Little quick pull-up. I gotta hear this though. I'm not gonna play the I'm gonna play it like this.
C. Williams. Sunlen, what did she tell you about her encounter with Trump? Well, Wolf, this is the first time that she's talking extensively about this. Stacey Williams claims that in 1993, she was out on a walk with Jeffrey Epstein, who she was dating briefly at the time. Now, they were walking down Fifth Avenue, she says, and Epstein suggested that they drop in and see Donald Trump in Trump Tower. What happened quickly next, she says, made her struggle with shame and embarrassment for the next 30 years.
The second he was in front of me, he pulled me into him, and his hands were just on me and didn't come off.
Former Sports Illustrated model Stacey Williams says that Donald Trump groped her more than 30 years ago in Trump Tower. With the later convicted
can we
sex
pause
offender.
the video for a
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
second?
Can we? Because it looks like they're gonna jump right over the nothing really happened part, right?
I'm already getting lathered up. Now you know I be knowing about this stuff, bro. Do you know what them chicks do to be Sports Illustrated models, bro? They run the same camp as Hugh Hefner. Right? You know what it took to get on Playboy, right? They running the same thing as Sports Illustrated. Hey, bro, this bitch is a sex worker, bro. And what be crazy? Motherfuckers want to sell sex. They want that to be their profession. Then when everybody finds out about it, or when they tether you, and because the whole, I've dealt with 30 years of embarrassment. You're not going to tell me you walked around for 30 years and everybody who you know has known this story, unless you told the story. Niggas is murderers out here, and everybody don't know they're a killer, bro. But with you dealing with 30 years of embarrassment. Nah, what it is that you got that bag and you go to the highest bidder. So one day you're selling pussy, the next day you're selling the story. If we think she's here just to support the American public, she would have made better choices back then. You're dating Jeffrey Epstein. You was a Sports Illustrated model. How Jeffrey Epstein get access to you? I seen the Epstein documentaries. There's more than one. I've seen like 2 or 3. And one thing I know, he fucked with sex workers. He fucked with chicks who they got these titles, right? You might be a model. Okay, that don't mean you ain't a sex worker. You might be a masseuse. In Seattle, we have these things called massage parlors. They brothels, my nigga. This bitch a worker, bro.
He said they brothels.
They brothels. You feel me? Hey, when the dude was running around, the little incel was shooting shit up. The hashtag in Seattle wasn't protect massage therapists. The hashtag was protect sex workers, right? I had little motherfuckers getting mad at me because you know the way I talk. Oh man, this and that. Oh, you're making a joke. Nah, they making a joke out of it because me, if I was slanging dick, I wouldn't hide it as, oh, I'm a masseuse. Nah, bro, we gonna be transparent so you know what you're dealing with. And to be honest, a lot of that, guess what that is? That's sex trafficking. Them chicks up in them massage parlors, they be from Bangkok and Venezuela. They from all these places. Okay, so you moving around from massage parlor to massage parlor, major city to major city, that's sex trafficking, right? But we didn't say stop sex trafficking. We said protect sex workers. That's interesting how that works, bro.
Juicy Jack, what up?
What's going on? Good morning. Good morning.
What's going on with your sister?
Shoot,
I know you heard this Donald Trump shit.
Is Trump slumped? Now what? What happened? No.
Man, they got some more. They got some cougars and shit popping out. You know, saying that he groped them in the elevator, and 30 years ago. I don't know what this is all about, bro. I don't know if they just trying to get paid or if they trying to get criminal charges. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I know they don't want him to win the election. I think it's got to be that.
Yeah, so I feel like, shoot, my homegirl, she put me on some stuff that, like he's the only president ever, or even person ever. Like convicted felons are having the hardest time with voting, and we are up here voting for convicted felons.
So you're not for Trump?
No, I'm not for.
Why not?
For one, a lot of his policies. I mean, some of his policies I do agree with, but for the most part, a lot of his policies are just to help exasperate the rich, to put them in a whole different level. Like the tax breaks, or the little $1,400 that we all seen, that was to pacify the masses. But people who had businesses and things like that, big corporations, they was getting 14 million tax breaks. They was able to super fund and super buy up all of our, just basic resources. Put us to work and make sure that we don't get paid more. Now, the effects of everything that's going on, everybody is mad about Biden, but the effects of what happened in the pandemic is showing right now. That's why we can't really afford for no groceries. I mean, of course, gas is going to always be high. That's going to always be an oncoming thing. But, like, we can't even afford. We're starting to not afford basic necessities. We have to, like, have 2, 3, 4 incomes in order to live within a median level. There's no middle. There's no. It's either there's no middle class anymore. You have to like have multiple degrees, multiple streams of income in order to just have just basic necessity of living. So yeah, I'm not against that. I'm against that. And then see what I learned is he doesn't implement the rules. But
So what I don't want to cut you off, but you're going in. Okay, sister. Welcome to the Wake and Bake show. What the hell has Biden done that's gonna tell you that Kamala's gonna do something great? And I'm asking because I'm concerned about the country. I'm concerned about the well-being of my family. And you seem like a knowledgeable woman that know something about them enough to endorse Kamala. So what the hell? And don't tap dance.
No, really, it's really the lesser of the two evils. Because Kamala,
don't give me that. Don't give me that lesser
man,
two
I
evil.
promise you it's that.
Don't give me the lesser two evil shit. So you mean to tell me that Kamala's not a good candidate?
Bad.
So a bad candidate means that she's gonna do nothing for nobody. Correct?
She's gonna do something for somebody. Just ain't gonna be us. She's gonna do something for somebody.
See, one of the things that and that's why I said some things with Trump's policies I am agreeing with, because he wants to stop overseas funding and shit like that. But at the same time, his corporations, like I listen to NPR News, that's the best unbiased news source that we as Americans have access to. NPR News. They sat up there and investigated this motherfucker on having buildings and shit being built in India. So, like, it's basically, and then, but see, they haven't said anything to my knowledge about Kamala. The real kicker is basically them. They don't really influence us on a day-to-day life. We need to start voting for judges. We need to start voting for these state representatives. We need to start voting for our senators, because them the ones who is really like touching us the closest. Our city officials, them is the ones that we can influence the heaviest. The judicial, the president, that ain't shit we can touch. They come for, and really they don't have a lot of power. They have to go and see. That's one of the things that Trump wants to change. See, in order for anything to be going into effect with the president, they have to go through the legislature. They got to go through the House of Representatives, or they have to do an executive order, right? And Trump done did his executive orders. He over abused that shit. He like, oh, I get unlimited. Oh, I'm gonna do unlimited, and he was implementing all kind of crazy shit. That's what caused that insurrection. This dude incites violence. So, do you want somebody that's gonna incite violence, or do you want somebody who is, really not there to incite nobody, just trying to get shit done?
If you a president in America and you ain't a killer, the job ain't for you.
Who?
See, what the problem really is, we don't like our slave master. We don't really got a problem with the way America runs. We just don't like this guy. See, we be bringing up all type of shit that been in effect for centuries in America. This country was founded on murder, founded on bloodshed, founded on violence, founded on theft, founded on exploitation. We want to end it now because we don't like this guy. But we'll still be doing the same thing when somebody else is up in there, and it'll just be a little bit more palatable. I get it. I really get what this is about. We don't really want to change nothing, just like racism. Remember when Biden and Kamala got in and said, we're going to end systemic racism? I hear black people, especially black women, complaining more about racism and sexism now. And these are the people who promised to get rid of it. This has been going on a long time. At what point are we actually going to look to change it rather than say, oh, well, like you said, this person incites violence. Name the president that you've been around for that didn't incite violence. And if you say one, I can promise you I could pull a rabbit out of a hat to show you why they did. Did Obama incite violence?
Yeah, he killed Hussein. He killed Saddam Hussein. Not Saddam Hussein. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's the one that Osama bin Laden?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he did. Yeah.
And even if you get the name wrong, it don't matter. You know what you're talking about. That's the key. I don't do the petty shit. Oh no, nigga, just because you get the names mixed up, because there's so many and it's been going on for so long. Of course, you got some of these names mixed up. You might say Muammar Gaddafi, but it's all the same shit. It's an evil position, and if you want the position, you're gonna have to be what it is. That's just a fact, right? Like you was talking about local politics. How many people know who's running for governor? How many people even know what district they live in and who's running for that? See, we talk about the presidency for a reason, because we don't be knowledgeable about the other shit. Niggas say these talking points when it's convenient, right? But we're not having conversations about how we vote locally, because if we were, me and you wouldn't even be talking about politics now. You in Dallas, I'm in Seattle. I wouldn't even talk to you about politics.
Right.
Bro, we got a mayor's office in Seattle right now that won't even comment on certain criminal activity, and there's a reason for that. Niggas
Yeah,
know
like
what's
y'all.
going on here. Niggas
Yeah,
know what
y'all wide open.
niggas know what's popping here.
See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all wide, and see, me being a visitor, man, y'all is wide open. You can do. I've seen the motherfucker doing meth on the street.
It's ridiculous, yo.
Y'all wide open, like
It's
I
insane.
I didn't even see that shit when I went to Oakland. You know, I seen the Skid Row camps and stuff, but that's what I'm saying. But shoot, y'all is wide open.
Seattle was a trip, yo.
Like, and the police officer sat up there and said, because I asked a police officer, he said I wouldn't give her a ticket for doing the meth, but if she dropped the needle, then I'd give her a lottery ticket. I said, oh damn. I said, oh, okay. But see, Dallas itself, we're a Democrat city, but it's so corrupt. It is so corrupt. Like we have, like, it's always developers and shit like that that's getting fined. They're getting fined. They're getting all of this money is coming up missing. We just had a city council member. She mysteriously got in some car accident, and her daughter ended up getting ended up dying. But she was in the middle of an investigation.
Oh, they done killed the woman, huh?
Shit, I don't,
No,
hey, I
you
don't
know. Hey man, like we got to get back to man, because
say, listen, let me tell you
I know
something,
the
and then I
stock you
say it
come
like
from.
this. Let me tell you something. I encourage everybody to really examine and understand Plato's allegory of the cave. That right there will change every perspective of the government, of life, really. Plato's allegory of the cave.
Hey, listen.
If you know about that, then you know everything. You know the whole facade. Everything is a facade. And then once you get on the other side, it's like, oh my gosh. Now what am I to do? Am I gonna pull people in with me who really want to come? You know, because a lot of people don't want to come out the cave. They are happy with somebody above painting figures on the wall.
We
Through a fire.
we like being dumb on purpose, huh, sis?
Say some people like being dumb on purpose. They say it's better for me to be dumb and not accept what's going on than to really know, and then I'm in fear of things, of everything. But shit, that's some people's mentality, and that's what you're dealing with.
So here's what I want to ask you, because I'm I'm a activist. I'm pro-black, like, right. So not 10 times out of 9, I'm gonna segue into us. Let's talk about my people for a second. Do we read enough? Do my people read enough?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I bet you the 2 books that people don't read. I mean, I mean, it's really what you're reading. Because what are you trying to like? Are you reading films? I mean, are you reading books to exasperate blackness? You know, like some things. You know, it's like what you read is what you're fueling your mind for, or feeding your mind.
Hey, it's amazing how my people, let's say somebody got paperwork out on them, right? Like if I pulled all Young Thug's paperwork I could get my people to sit around and read every single thing. But if I pull up Agenda 47 or Project 2025, they'll say, oh, it's too many pages. I don't need to read that to know. And I'd be like, well, if you're reading informant paperwork, you don't necessarily need to read this paperwork to know this dude's an informant, but you'll do it.
Thank you for calling Vantage. This is Jacqueline speaking.
Oh, shit. This nigga code switch. Hey. Hey, y'all in the audience, did you hear that?
No.
Did you hear that? See, my people are masters at this shit.
Hey,
See,
man, look.
Juicy Jack went from Dallas, Texas.
Say 1 second.
Look. She went from that to, hey man, come on, man. You guys heard that? See, we need people like this running for these positions. See, this is the person who really know. Hey, when she's talking to us, she get that call. You heard it. Ain't no Juicy Jack, is Jacqueline. Okay? This is what this is. Like Dr. Hood said, we gotta be able to adapt. We gotta be able to switch up with whatever's going on, baby. It doesn't matter who gets in there. What's important to you is still going to be important. Man, you know my grandparents taught me, Dr. Hood, the most important decisions you'll ever make in your life, you'll never vote on them. It's just going to be decisions you make, right? If y'all trying to improve your kids' grades, you're not going to contact me and say, hey, you think I should pick this guy or that woman to be the tutor? Nah, you just going to make a decision for your family, and you going to move accordingly. This shit, man, voting, I'm not going to say it's not real. This shit's entertainment. Entertainment is real. This shit Dr. Hood doing, Buck City Kennels and Dr. Hood Network, nigga, this is entertainment. But in real life, man, look, this nigga Dr. Hood ain't never came to me and asked me, he sent his kids to certain schools. I've known this nigga a long time. He didn't ask me anything. Bought his crib, he didn't ask me, oh man, should I move in this area? The important decisions, niggas, yes, most major cities in disarray are Democrat. Hey, listen, Richard Garcia, I don't know where you're from. I'm from Seattle, Washington. Man, have you been here before, Richard? Have you been here, bro? If you haven't, bro, you gotta come visit, dog. Now's the perfect time. If you wanna go to a curated circus, see, Seattle is literally. Hey, have y'all ever seen that show called Twisted Metal? And then they got all the new cities, and this isn't Seattle anymore, homie. This is new Seattle. Yo, bro, all your friends in the gang, send them all here. Do you know what you got to do to even get arrested here now, dog? Telling you, bro. If you got something going, if you got something you want to roll out, you know you got a plug, man, bring that shit here, bro. It is okay, and everyone's in on it. This is what we doing here. If you hear something, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm working. I'm cooking. I'm a cook. I'm a chef, just so you know. So you might hear some little sizzling and whatever. But man, come here. See, before Seattle wasn't necessarily. It's definitely different than when I was there. Were you from here, bro? Are you just slid through? Wait, this is Schoolboy. Is this Schoolboy? Yeah. This is my guy. Man, get up here, bro. You know, I like to get my little Schoolboy anecdotes in. I like what Schoolboy be talking about. He be talking that shit.
Oh my gosh, I didn't.
Hey, look, see? Now I'm glad you're back because I want to talk to you. You need to get in politics. Man, you didn't hear how smooth you went, man. Look, it was like a switch went off. I said, see, this is what we need. Now this is leadership. God damn it. This is what a leader becomes what they need to become when they need to become that.
Look, say that's look the biggest thing. Say my dad, I was so ashamed when my dad was a house manager. That's the new political term. But when I was little, he was a butler, and I went to school with other black kids. I went to an all black school, but the black kids that I went to school with, their dads and moms were like teachers. You know, they were teachers. Some of them was like CEO of little companies and big companies as well. You know, they were like doing, you know, like they had in quote unquote prestigious jobs. So when they used to ask me what my dad did, I was ashamed in a way. But I seen how he moved and worked with them white folks and how he really led with an authority, because didn't shit get done unless he told them to do certain things. And and me looking back, like I'm proud of what my dad did, because my dad was able to accomplish a lot of things. And cuz can show you, like, and tell you, like, my dad was my dad was actually a lawyer for the state of Florida and in the state of Missouri. But when he came down to Texas and tried to take the bar, he told me, quote unquote, I failed it. He said, I just kept on failing it. And he said it probably had something to do with me and the things that I was doing in other states, and I was making noise.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came down here, they said, "Oh no, we're not gonna let this dude make noise." Our our cousin was Dwayne Thomas. He was the first Colin Kaepernick. So, like,
Dwayne Thomas, is that the dude from Florida A&M?
No, Dwayne Thomas from the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay. You talking about some shit from the 70s type shit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Little nigga, I didn't even know about it. That's dope.
But like our fam, like me growing up and seeing that, like, I grew up on both sides of the track, so I was able to, like, kind of finesse both sides. So I do have a little bit of corporate.
Oh yeah, hey man, look.
But at the same time, shit, like, I know how to move in the streets too, and not get sucked in.
Growing up, I always looked at the butler as the dude with a huge position in power, right? Like, if you look at a mafia structure, the consigliere is the equivalent of the butler, right? What doesn't the butler know? Like, you can't even get in the door without the butler.
Yeah.
Right? Butler could either feed you the best of the best, or he could slowly poison you.
Yeah.
The butler could teach your kids what you want them to know, or he could slowly groom your kids to be against you. Right? Like, they're man, is your dad alive?
No, he just passed this year.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Because I was going holler at your cousin. I would love to talk to your dad, but I mean, you already said we can't do that. But we need to keep some of these. Oh, schoolboy's here. I'm gonna mute up.
Hey, what's happening?
What's up, guy?
Yeah, I recorded a lot of conversations me and him had. So, like, I was fortunate to do that. But yeah. Yeah, I'm still dealing with that.
How's everybody doing? Salute to the chat and the panel.
Salute,
Schoolboy.
Salute.
Good show. I'm liking what you're saying, Def, and you're
Good
pretty
morning.
accurate. So, the way I look at it is democracy ended with in the 60s. Anytime you have politicians, you have big business, most of them people know each other. So if you followed the pattern starting back then, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy,
Yep.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, they all had the same agenda. What happened to them? They were all assassinated.
Right.
All of them. Malcolm X talked about liberalism. And when democracy died, that's when liberalism took over. And they've been doing the same shit for 60 years. Now, it's not just the major cities that are in disarray that are democratically run. So are most of the big businesses. So is most of mainstream media. They all in cahoots with each other. And it doesn't even have to mean that one's Democrat, one's Republican. Because the Clintons, Obama, the Bushes, Harris, and Biden are all buddies. They all work together. And with them, it's just a matter of who's president at the time. This time it's Obama. Last time it was Clinton. Before that, it was the Bushes. They have their agenda. And the way they present themselves is, we're going to help you. Government's going to help you. We're going to do this. We're going to change that. Or the difference, in my opinion, with Trump is you don't need government assistance. The way I'm going to help you is provide jobs, have the country be self-sufficient. We don't need outside oil. We don't need outside minerals, gas, coal, nothing. And when you do that, businesses start coming back to the United States and start building in the United States, and you have more jobs. Everything's related to fuel, where there's those I mentioned or something else, even electricity. So when the prices go down for that, everything else goes down. Food, housing, prices, everything goes down. Now, Trump was only there for 4 years. Before that, Democratic run, things weren't so good. After that, Biden and Harris, things weren't so good as far as prices go. So you really can't blame him for the situation now. The Democrats been in power. And in all these cities, we've seen it. You name them. You just mentioned Seattle. Same thing in Oregon, Portland. Same thing in San Francisco, LA, New York, Philadelphia.
Yeah,
They're trashing everything.
all the port cities, all the cities on the coastlines. It's mind blowing to me, schoolboy.
Right. Because everything comes in, well, not everything, but a lot of things come in and go out by ships. So that's where it starts. Then it's put on trucks. It's all fuel related. And then, it's locally, how it's distributed. If you control the fuel, you control the economy. And most billionaires in the United States, except for a couple like Elon Musk, they're liberals. And they keep throwing the race thing and the poor thing and all this thing. They ain't trying to help nobody. The government is not going to help you. The only thing the government can do is make it to where you're not paying so many taxes and things aren't costing so much. And the education system is good. Our education, public education, is shit. My grandkids go to private school. And the 5th graders are smarter than the ones that are in high school. They're more educated.
I grew up in I went to a private school until I went to public school. And yeah,
Me
I agree.
too. Yeah, me too.
It teaches you critical thinking.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of public schools are not doing today. They're giving kids the answer. They're just basically like yeah, the school system is shit. It's teaching them to be to go is to be in the in be a criminal.
And
Pretty much.
I want to ask both of y'all. Let me ask both of y'all something. I don't care who answered first. I just want both of y'all to answer it. Why do you feel, right? Because I can accept the truth. Like, my grandparents instilled that in me. You guys are saying some real shit right now, especially about critical thinking. Why would you think? Give me your view on the elimination of teaching critical thinking, right? There's always going to be a critical thinker just because they're just always going to exist. But why is it not being taught? Why is it not being instilled anymore? I want to hear from y'all on that.
Oh, schoolboy? I mean, you know.
Go ahead, Juicy. I'll go second.
Yeah, the elimination of critical thinking traps the mind. And that's the clear cut reason for them not teaching it. You know, if you because that has to be nurtured. You know, critical thinking has to be nurtured into that form, you know. And if you don't teach it, then at a young age, then you have, you know, you grow up and kids are more anxious, they got anxiety, they don't have a sense of their self-worth. All of that comes with critical thinking. You know, you're unsure about yourself, you're not able to, you know, be confident in what you say. You're like, yes, no, you know, it's like a question mark behind your answers instead of being, you know, confident in what you're saying. And that makes the best slave. Just like not reading, not being illiterate. A lot of people nowadays have a 5th grade education of reading it, and I'm only giving that a good sliding scale of 5th grade. They can only read up to a certain point. Now they can probably talk intelligently, but you put a book in front of them, they're not gonna be able to know what words they're saying. They're not even gonna be able, if they give them a transcript of what they just said, they're not gonna be able to read it. And that's what the school system is doing.
Yeah, I agree. It's this simple. If you keep people stupid, that's how you control them. So in the past, way in the past, they didn't teach the general public how to read. That's how you control them.
You went there with it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So come back 500, 600, you know, 1,000 years, 100 years, 50 years, 60 years later, it's come full circle, and they're keeping the public stupid.
By social media, you know, like we're on social media.
Well, social media, yeah, for sure. But also, like you just said, in the school system, they don't teach mathematics, reading, penmanship, geography, history, physics, engineering. None of that. The colleges, and don't take this the wrong way, but the college dropout rate is 60%. Why are people going to college if you're going to drop out?
No. Whoa. Schoolboy, 60%?
Yeah.
Now, people...
Yep. And it's been proven, look, it's been proven that you don't need college to be successful.
No,
and I'm not knocking college. I'm not knocking college. But what I'm saying, if you're going there to get a liberal arts degree, if you're going there to get a gender whatever degree, if you're going there to get a social whatever degree, that's not going to get you a job. College does not teach you how to make money. It teaches you how to get a job, how to go do whatever. And in a lot of cases, it don't even teach you that. It's not like there's there aren't a lot of job opportunities. There's 11 million jobs open right now that nobody's taking because they're not qualified. And it ain't like you need a degree. They're not qualified because they can't read. They're not qualified because they can't add, multiply, subtract, and divide. They can't spell.
Correct. See, and the best education that I got was from what our teachings. It's about what classes you take, because I learned about religion, in different religions and things of that nature, and that helped me with my spirituality. It's what you're taking. That's what college. Yeah, I agree with him. That's what you're taking for college. In college, is what can
And
help
look,
you.
if you educate people, right, and you teach them that critical thinking, and you teach them how to learn, they don't need college to learn about religion. They don't need college to learn, to learn a lot of different things. They can do that on their own.
Hey,
Just like, you can't expect a teacher to teach your kid everything. You have to help them at home too. But if the teacher's not teaching them, they got 8 hours in school where they ain't learning shit. And now the parents got to make up for it.
Hey,
That's what I'm doing with my grandson right now.
Let me interject
And
real
he's
quick
in
and
high
ask you
school.
something, school.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Would you feel that labor, like working with your hands, learning a real skill set, helps manifest critical thinking more than say, oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it does because if you do labor, you're not only going to understand your own physicality, you're going to understand the job you're doing.
Come on.
And believe it or not, those labor jobs pay a lot of money. I said this on the show not too long ago, right? We had our dryer duct cleaned, right? It's two guys, and they need a little small vacuum, they need a ladder, and you need 2 people. They charge $200. They were here less than an hour. So if you do that, if you do 2 of those jobs a day, that's $400 a day times 5. That's $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month for doing basically nothing. A job any kid, anybody can do. And if you get into carpentry and you get into, mechanics and all that, they're high dollar jobs.
The company I work for, and then on top of that, you have electrician. A mechanical engineer is nothing more than an electrician.
Right.
Yeah.
The difference is if you go to college if you go to college to take that, you have an education in theory. It's not really hands-on. If you go to a trade school and learn that, now it's hands-on. And you can get a job right out the gate. Exactly.
Yeah.
You can get a job right out the gate. The next day you'll have a job. They never stop building, even during all this depression, recession, COVID. At least in my area, they never stopped building nothing. Nothing stopped. The only thing that stopped them was if the materials weren't available.
Right.
But again, that was planned. That was on purpose.
Yeah.
So you're always going to need a mechanic. You always need somebody to do some electrical, some maintenance. There's guys out here that mow lawns. You have a little lawn service, right? They charge $100. How many of those can you do a day? 2, 5, 10? Whatever it is, it's thousands of dollars a month in income. That'll take a lot of skill to do that. But, like you said, the labor force is becoming less because people are not working. They're not doing hands-on stuff. They're not doing laborious jobs. because most people are lazy, and then you have kids that don't learn nothing. I don't see kids out here like we used to have a paper route and have go mow lawns for $5 and clean somebody's walkway or whatever it is they're doing.
This is the drawback of. First of all, I love technology, even though I'm not a technology guy. I love technology, right? But when you have things, and I'm fighting, not necessarily fighting, but I'm just having personal trouble with receiving certain things, because when you doing business, all this comes with it, right? When you could just use AI instead of having to use your brain. And like you just said, a lot of us, we're lazy. What I mean by lazy, I don't mean that we don't want to work hard, but if the option to not work hard is there, we'll take it.
Well, you should be able to make money with your mind,
You should be.
But in the past, let's look through history again. There's always new technology coming up. Always.
Yep.
The difference today is they're using the technology, but they're not doing the labor. So you need both. You got to have both. You got to get out and do the work. For me, like I write books or whatever, right? I have all these videos. I have all these interviews. I have to travel all over the U.S. to get them. I had to travel to Mexico. I had to travel to Central and South America and Europe to get this information. I have to put in the work. I can't just call somebody on the phone or get on the computer and talk back and forth like that. You don't get the emotion. You don't get the hands-on by not doing that.
If you want to really depose somebody, you sit there with them.
Because they'll open up, and depending on how the conversation goes, they'll give you personal, private stuff that they're not going to do on a computer. Most of the people, they're not going to sit there and write a whole paragraphs, right? But if you talk to them, whether it's on the phone or in person, I prefer in person. I don't do that so much now, but I have all these notes from all these people that I talk to. I turn them into books. I turn them into posts. I turn it into a video. So you need both technology and the labor, and it's always been that way. Except now it's kind of swinging the other way.
Exactly. So it's 3 or 4 things that makes I feel is not technology. It's critical thinking. It's traveling, and then it's being able to humbly, and I use humbly because you don't want to be overconfident and cocky, and that's what Trump, he done been and did so much stuff that he's like, you are beneath me, and he's not humble enough to appeal to somebody, to the everyday person.
Okay, I'll be the first one to admit Trump says a lot of crap. And he comes off a certain way and it rubs people wrong. But if you're looking at who you're going to vote for, both Biden, Harris, and Trump have a track record. So for me, it's simple because I don't care what anybody says in that respect. I'm not saying it's okay to be racist or talk about handicapped people. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, what is their work show that they did? Were things better for you when Trump was there, or were they better for you when Obama and Biden and Harris were there? For me, it's that simple.
Okay, so I'm a black man in America, right, schoolboy?
Right.
And one thing I know about my people, and we could agree or not agree, black people, we need a boogeyman. We're a whole different monster with our back against the wall. We respond to adversity. We move different when we feel like things are urgent. Me, I always want the slave master we hate. Because if we get the slave master we hate, we're going to work together more, right? We're going to create more. Like, see, you come from a culture where that's just what it is. Right? We could complain about all type of shit. Like, example, I don't like the idea of how, like, in LA and whatever, how they got black, greenlit, like the whole, we kicking all the blacks out the Mexican gangs. But you know what? when I get out my emotions and I smoke a little weed and really think, there's really nothing wrong with that because it's a preservation move. It's more so self-love than it is, we hate you niggas. Nah, what this is about is brown pride. Oh, black people are brown too. Hey man, listen, I'm not getting into all them semantics. The whole point of it is that Asians, Mexicans, Indians get it, right? We could always grow and be more inclusive, but we gotta protect home first.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Black
And
people,
what you said is, I hear that from a lot of black people. They want a monster. They want a beast. They want an asshole in there, right?
yeah,
And culturally speaking, like you're saying, all those different races, whether it's Mexican, South American, Brazilian, whatever it is, Asian, Pakistani,
right.
Arabic, whatever, in the United States have all come up. They've improved their situation. And a lot of times because they come together as a community and help each other. And what I
Regardless
hear from
of who's in there.
black people is the black community doesn't do that.
Nah, because
right?
Not it doesn't do that, but the resources.
Well, other people didn't have resources either. My parents came up from shit. Nothing. Grandparents too. So how did they improve? You dig your heels in and work.
See, the thing is with us, it's more individual than it is collective.
That's what I'm saying.
Other races, it's about the collective. With black people, it's individual shit. Right? Like I want to get so specific, but I don't.
Yeah.
See, this is about being on code. Being on code ain't what you say. Sometimes it's what you don't say. But as a black person, I look at other races and just understand they get it and we don't. Right. See,
and it's not like black people haven't been successful. They've been some of the most successful people in the history of the nation. The first black millionaire was in 1890.
Yes.
The first black millionaire woman was in 1920. And all these inventions that black people have done. The first heart surgery, open heart surgery, was a black surgeon. So it's not that you're not educated or you're not successful. Is it you have to come together as a community for everybody to profit from it, to benefit from it. And Mexicans, they do this thing which is real simple. Field workers, they go out and work every week. Let's say there's 10 people living in a house because they put them all together, 20 people, whatever it is, but we'll use 10. Every week, everybody puts in $100. At the end of the week, one person in that group gets all the money. And then the next week it goes to the next person, next person, next person, next person. And they have this lump sum. Now they're putting in at the same time, but 1 week out of the month, they have a lump sum of thousands of dollars to help them out. And it's a little simple thing that they do. And it's been going on for years and years. That's how they come up. Not only that, the ones that come here legally, they take advantage of the situation. So they become educated. They learn English. They start a business. They get, because they're bilingual. Well, in a lot of these, these plants and agriculture businesses, they come up because they can speak both English and Spanish. So they come up. That's what my dad did. He started as a low-level field worker. By the time he was 40 years old, he was running the ranch. He was the manager of the ranch because he could speak both English and Spanish. That helped him a lot. And plus, he was knowledgeable in agriculture and horses, cattle, and pigs and all that. So he had multiple jobs, right?
Yeah, he really did the motherfucking work.
And he only went to school from 3rd grade to 8th grade. And my grandfather was self-taught. He did the same thing. He taught
See,
himself to read.
that's that critical thinking.
Critical
Exactly.
thinking.
That's what I'm saying. That's critical thinking. It's not about collective, individual. That's that critical thinking. They see, okay, we came from a form. We done came over here to try to better our life with whatever was going on in Mexico. It wasn't nothing going good. Let's move over here to do something better. And they see, okay, well, right now we got to group together to get money.
Yep,
Say
I agree.
that is
Look,
not
there's
a
enough money
color
for
thing.
everybody.
That is not a color thing. That is a critical
Cultural.
thinking,
Yeah.
people coming together as a collective and building.
Yep, it's cultural.
It,
So it don't matter what the
it's a
color is.
mindset. Yes, it's a
Of course.
mindset.
Of course. I agree. Totally. So once you
I'm
recognize
dealing
it,
with
that's
that
when
right
you do
now.
something about it.
Say I'm dealing with it right now. We're up here training a new girl at our job, and we done gave this chick so many resources, tools, told her how to do it in this scenario, and she is still asking the most simplest questions. I asked her to send me a screenshot, and she said, I don't see screenshot.
Yeah. Well, again, that's part of the education, right?
And then I said,
But you know,
assistant.
the people, the person has to have the incentive that they want to do better, that you
Exactly.
want to,
That's
you
the
know,
thing.
and you're going to have failures. There ain't a multimillionaire, a billionaire that hasn't had tons and tons of failures. The difference is they don't give up and they keep doing it, and they keep at it, and they keep at it, and keep at it. But if money is your objective, then you're looking at the money first instead of the work first. If you look at the work first, the money is going to come. I didn't learn that till late in life, but I pass that on to my children, and they're kind of running with it. And it don't matter where you live. My kids all live around me. One of them lives with me. We're all close. They've all been all over the world. So that shouldn't stop you from being educated with other cultures, and traveling and seeing things and learning new things, see how other people live. I live in the same town I was born, and I've been all over the place, and I've educated myself by doing that because I can make money at it if you want to be real. So I like what I'm doing. And that's another thing. If you can learn to make money doing what you love, you're going to be successful rather than being stuck in a job, even if it's a high paying job that you don't like. You ain't going to do good work. You said you were cooking.
Yes, sir.
Do you cater or?
Yeah, I cater. I vend. I'm a food justice activist. I do
There you
cooking
go. There you
classes.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what
Yeah.
you
I
say?
do that.
Food
Yeah.
justice activist?
Yeah,
So
I'm a
what's that
food
mean?
justice. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
That means that I look at the injustices of food in my community, and I try to make a difference in it, right? Like we have a thing called food deserts where fresh produce and good quality food isn't available. I do what I can to make that available. As much as Black people eat, we're just not knowledgeable about food. Right in the Black community, food is go time. Ain't no experiments. When we learn to make potato salad, we learn to make it right. It's critical from the beginning. Learning to make spaghetti is critical from the beginning. Okay, but what if I could get you supplies for you to experiment? Right? Experimenting with food in the Black community is a luxury. How many times have we seen it be a problem? Right? We all know holidays, you better not experiment. It better be a certain way. Because food is scarce. Like food is like gas and fucking oil in the Black community. Right? But what if I could provide a means for food to be what it is? Food is an experimental tool. As a matter of fact, food was the first technology, even in my classes. the easy thing would be to just teach you how to cook. No, I'm gonna teach you about the science of food. Right?
There you go.
We could look at something like barbecue. Barbecue started because of an influx of pigs. Before, barbecue wasn't made with cows and chickens, it was pigs because there were so many. Then from that, people started butchering pigs and selling the parts. Then they started selling grills, and then you had pellet grills and electric grills. But there's been the whole infrastructure of the world was created because of food, because that was the resource available. If me and Schoolboy run a province and we're the Apple Kings, well, guess what? We're trading these apples. They're worth their weight in gold because you can't get no apples where you from. Yeah, and once you get the apples, you got the seeds and all that, but we have a person for that. You don't know what to do, but if you want to grow your own apples, we got a person for that. So then that person becomes the apple tutor. They go all around the world, all up and down the Silk Road. I'm going to show you how to grow apple trees, and so on and so forth. And now technology is much different. But before the wires and the downloads and all that shit, food was the technology. So I teach them that and show them that the way things are now, people haven't changed that much. People ain't changed like that. You can read all the books you want. Look at our behavior, right? Because if we give you literature, the literature is always going to try to fool you. Nah, we always been this way, right? The story of Mansa Musa. People get mad at me. We can talk about it. Mansa Musa became the richest man in the world through extortion. He wasn't like when you control a singular resource and you tell the people, you give me all this, I'll protect you, but I'm the only one who can have it. Well, in today's world, we would call that extortion. We want to romanticize it and say, oh, he was a great businessman. Yeah, that's a great business, right? You can't protect yourselves. Give me all your gold and diamonds. I'll protect you, right? Kind of like prosperity preachers. You know, Mansa Musa's beloved with black people because we're in love with the idea of the money. But I know the story.
Yep. And then what happened? What happened? What happened when he flooded the market with gold?
It went
the
down.
value went down.
The value went down. Yes.
Exactly.
Deflation.
So you're right. Food, yeah. Food was the primary source because you got to eat. And it was used in trade, whether it was salt, honey,
yes,
wheat, corn, whatever it is. That's it. Yeah. So I'm like you. I cater. Like, in fact, I have a catering today for 40 people. Right.
Right on, bro. Good shit.
So I've done for the military, for the Catholic Archdiocese, for dog shows, funerals, birthday parties, wedding. Right.
Yes, sir.
And the point of that is there's all kinds of ways to make money.
Yeah.
But you got to get out and do the work.
Yeah.
My family, they sell a lot of stuff online. We have yard sales every month, just little things, I sell my grandson, he's handicapped. I sell his art. People like his art because he's handicapped and he's a pretty good artist. It's for him, for later on, for whatever he needs. So you name it, there's a way to do it, but you got to get out and hustle. And even like in your situation, all that education is important because when you start telling people that, they become interested in it. This is where food came from. This is why we use it. This is what's healthy. This is what's not. This is how you cook. This is how you. I'm the person everybody in my family and friends goes to when they want to know how to cook. So I give them that information and I tell them why. Like you, why are you eating that? What's this do? What does that do? What's a good protein source? What's saturated fat? All this stuff that people are not educated about. And once you're educated, then you make the decisions you want to make and do things the way you want to do them. But you have education to back up what you're doing and what you're saying. The same thing with these dogs. I have a lot of information, a lot of history, a lot of knowledge, a lot of whatever. And I don't know everything, but I'm humble enough to say I don't know everything, and I learn every day from everybody. And
Exactly.
and
And see, that's
and
the critical thinking.
there you go.
And you
So I
humbling
think that
yourself.
point is important that you made. You know, that critical thinking. You know, you can repeat it over and over and over again, and if you keep doing that, at least somebody's going to ask, well, what is that? What does that mean? You keep saying it. Well, let's talk about it or figure it out. Read up on it. What does it do? It just gives you more independence and
Exactly.
more education.
But it's in
And then,
conjunction, like you said, with humbling yourself to ask.
yep, because
It's
you know,
our
I'm
collective.
right. I'm a student my whole life. I want to learn. So it doesn't bother me that I'm ignorant on a bunch of stuff. I just ask or I'll go look it up. I got tons and tons of books that I use for reference and on any subject just about that I like anyways. Stuff that I don't like, I really don't read up about unless it becomes necessary. But there's the information is out there. You know, they're even getting rid of libraries. That's where all the information was. No matter what you put online, no matter what you Google, there was more information in a library than you can find online.
Let me tell
Guaranteed.
let me tell you what I just learned on me and my sister were talking about this. The I may not be pronouncing the word correctly or the book, but the Nazi book My Cough or something like that.
Mein
That
Kampf.
okay, My Cough. That book is banned in libraries and the school system, but in Texas. But you know where it's not banned at? In the prison system. You
Right.
can check that book out. You can get that book ordered to you. But if you have that book in your house or if you have that book anywhere else, you can get fined for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
It,
I'm not for that. You know, that
e-
was Hitler's book.
exactly. But what it does is it for some it's a dangerous book to read, but it's a great book to know where is the mind of that type of
Yeah.
ideology coming from.
Yeah, the fascist. And maybe they could make it where you have to be in high school or college before you read it. I don't mind that because you don't want to give children the wrong influence, right? But you
Right.
shouldn't ban the book because, like you said, it teaches you how not to be. It teaches you how evil people work and how they manipulate minds. And that's what everybody wants. They don't want to look things up. They don't want to do their own research. They want someone to tell them,
Oh my gosh.
well,
Yes.
that's fine. Tell me, but I'm still going to check. I'm still going to
Exactly.
do research to tell me if you're talking shit or not, or if you're speaking the truth, or if you're trying to manipulate me.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's part of that critical thinking. It's like Uncle Tom's Cabin. Why
Yes.
is that a derogatory word?
You know what? Because he tried, but see, I know the whole story behind that too. But um, it's because he was trying to be such a good slave to the master, and it wasn't getting reciprocated. So the term,
Why was he trying to be a good slave?
because that's what the Bible, well, that's what the master taught him according to how he said to the teachings of the Bible.
Okay, that was all a front.
Right. Yeah.
That's not why he did it. He
Oh, well,
played
I don't
the
know why he
good
did it.
slave. He played the good slave because he wanted to help his people. He was the hero in the book, and he died. He was killed because he wouldn't give up slaves' names that they were looking for. He wouldn't give up their location. So they killed him for it, and he accepted that death. He's not a bad guy. He's not a whatever term you want to use. He was the hero in the book because he helped his people, and he died helping. I don't know how people got that twisted, but
Oh,
that's
they never read the end of it. See,
Yeah, or they didn't understand what they were reading.
I did the
right?
story. I mean, I read the actual Uncle Tom, the person that it was derived from, and he ended up
Josiah Henson.
Yes, he ended up dying in Canada.
Right.
But his
He had a
story.
school. He had a school that was so
Yeah.
successful they made him integrate. He had a school that had 100% graduation and college attendance rate. 100% back then.
There you go. So Uncle Tom's Cabin, it's to show you the evils of slavery
Yeah,
and how
that's
people are
that's what he did.
manipulated. Right.
Harriet Beecher Stowe. That's what she
Right.
ended up doing.
Yeah. Yeah. She was an abolitionist.
Yes.
So she wasn't writing the book to make the master look good. She was making it to show you how they manipulate people and how they treat people.
Right.
And how Uncle Tom manipulated himself through that, making them think he was being a good slave, while on the other side, he's helping his people escape and hiding them and all this stuff. So that just, I don't know why I brought that up, but it's just to show reiterate my point. You have to do your research. You have to study, and you have to look at both sides, front, back, all the way around. And it
Now,
doesn't matter what subject it is.
What you're showing is if we don't practice critical thinking, we could be led astray and taught to believe anything. That's what you're showing, bro.
Right. And like you said, about, I forget what news thing it was. A lot of them have an agenda, and they push the same agenda. These people will use the same words and same sentences on all these different channels, saying the same stuff. So they're connected to each other. It's kind of like they get together in the room or online or whatever. Okay, what are we going to talk about? Let's push this issue. Let's push this agenda. Let's fool the masses. Let's manipulate them. Let's keep them stupid and ignorant, and they'll do whatever we say. And that's what government does.
Look, schoolboy, this is what I was telling them when I first came on. The Plato's allegory of the cave. Understanding that concept will let you know what is really going on. I'm pretty sure both of y'all,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure both of y'all heard about the Dallas shooting. The shooting, the police shooting when that military guy just started shooting. We had that protest with Fidel Castro. Yes, I was right there. And when I tell you the clearest picture of Plato's allegory of the cave was right there in my face. They said that it was one shooter. I was there. It was multiple shooters. And it wasn't a black man. They were shooting. I was a protester. They were shooting into the crowd. They don't tell you that. It was all deflecting and redirect. Once before the shooting started happening, there was a tow truck bed that slammed down. So everybody looked toward that, and then it started shooting. It happened. They sit up there and said, like, if I show you a map of where they said that the shooting was going on, it was right in front of the college, the community college, and near our federal building. But that shit, they had a perimeter so far back where we was running and where we started hiding, as far back as the Omni Hotel. And if you look at that, they had FBI, like SWAT, FBI, everybody was there quick as fuck. Like, it was so fast how they showed up. And this is supposed to be a peaceful, quote unquote protest. So we seen the police officers, but they had undercover. SWAT was able to get on the scene quick. Like, really, it was so quick, and then all of a sudden, all at once, if you had a Uber account, then they were right before the bomb went off that they said that they used to kill the military guy. They let anybody who was in the area, they gave free rides to wherever you was living at. They didn't care if you was living in fucking downtown Dallas is close, but if you was living in Frisco, which is almost an hour away, if you lived in McKinney, they was giving free rides to everybody to get out the area before they detonate that bomb. Once I seen, and then I seen how the news was spinning it. And I said, that is not what the fuck happened.
They do it all the time. That's how they spin the narrative, and it's a conspiracy. These people getting together.
Yes.
Like I said, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how it's gonna. And it can be something as simple, like you said, as the Uber, whatever.
Yes.
But you did your due diligence. You did your research. You were there. You saw different. That doesn't get put out there. Nobody interviewed you. Nobody gave the real facts. They tell you what they want to tell you. No, they're not. And if you were to come on YouTube and did this whole show on it, I guarantee you they'd flag your video and take it off the internet.
Say right before September 11th, I had I used to travel, and my mom was able, as long as she showed her ID, she was able to see me off on the airplane. As long as she had her ID. The whole reasoning for September 11th is so that they can govern flights. That's where TSA come in. TSA was never a job before September 11th.
There it is. There it is. And you think about it, it's for the stupidest shit that because somebody wants to manipulate it. There's usually politics and money behind it and power, and that's how they do it. Now the government has a reason to implement these new rules. It's that simple. And people, I mean, what are you going to do about it? You can't do nothing about it. They know that. They're so open now that they'll talk about they'll do their corruption in public, and can't nobody do nothing about it. Yeah. And they can say whatever they want.
Nobody ain't read. I bet you nobody hasn't read the Panama Papers. That right there tell you how to move your money.
Yep.
They swept that shit.
How are all these politicians, which let's say you're a senator, you make $150,000 a year. So after a couple of terms, now they're a millionaire. Where are they getting the money from? It's not from their salary. And if they're investing, how can they invest so successfully when everybody else can't? Because they have insider information.
Exactly.
And they take kickback. And somebody's going to buy them. It's that simple. So people just need to wake up and like I said, do some research and hear both sides. You got to hear both sides.
Exactly. 30, 40 years ago, they said it wasn't UFOs. Now that they got to declassify shit. Oh yeah, there have been some sightings. We've seen some objects.
Yep. Well, I've seen UFOs. I don't know what the hell they were, but a lot of the UFOs are government programs. I'm not saying that they ain't from somewhere else. They could be, but a lot of them are government programs that not even top military people know about. Mm-hmm. The pilot don't know that that's an alien or if it's a government program. They don't tell them. So it could be either or, but it's just there's so much secretive, and you have to be at a certain level to know all this and be involved in it.
That's why I say, at what point do you want to go down the rabbit hole and then turn around?
I'll say this: when you're at that level, as long as you're on the team, you're good. You go against it, they're going to out you. Whether you're a president, whether you're a CEO, whether you're an entertainer or an athlete, All of them are connected in some fashion. That's why you see all of them together. You see all these politicians, all these CEOs, all these moguls, all these athletes all together. They're all part of the same team. And the ones that ain't, they're not the ones that go to those parties or go to those functions, or they get ostracized by Hollywood, or they get kicked out of their church, or whatever it is. That's one way to tell. So I'm just saying, I just try and, live my life, take care of my family, do what I do. And I take people on a one-on-one basis. If you're a good person, we're good. If you're not, I don't care who you are or what you are. We're not going to do anything together.
Hello, you hear me?
Yep.
Yep. You were just saying something. You were saying some real shit. All this stuff is connected. We pick and choose who to go after, but these are all things that have pretty much been agreed upon as being okay, right? Like, let's look at the legal ages of consent. Think about how bad shit was for them to even create that, because there wasn't no critical thinking. It was all primal. And even with that, they gave you the lowest age possible for consent. Even though we know the brain ain't fully developed. See, I noticed they made a legal age, but there's no legal age gap. Right? Meaning this. If it's legal for you to consent to sex with me at 16, I could be 50. If it's 18, I could be 50. I'm actually 50, so that's why I'm using that number. Even though we know it's still manipulation, law has always been used as a weapon. Law is a way to get around shit. So you could groom a young child, right? You might not even get a hold to them when they're super young, but 14, 15 is still young. I could get a hold to you then and know I got 3 years, and then we can have fun. So I start grooming you.
If you can't finish it, why the hell would they deny you claim?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
What's going on, family?
What's up? Who we got?
How you doing, Mr. Schoolboy?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Lot boy,
all right.
What's good?
I'll be coming back to get my a couple more books soon. Thanks for the shirt and the other book.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
No, I'm glad you sent me the link, Bob.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're right.
So how y'all feel about them reparations, though?
We need reparations.
Yeah, I want to know how we feel about reparations. You know, our country was built on genocide. My people, we part of the Gulag. Anybody heard of the Gulag Wars? The Seminole Indians?
Absolutely.
And Andrew Jackson?
Absolutely.
So my people from Sneed, you know, we part Seminole and stuff like that. We the only Indian tribe that never, that's why they call it unconquered at University of Florida State. We're the only Seminole tribe that didn't. They say Osceola stabbed the knife in the peace treaty, saying this our land, this is us, you know. And we talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma, where $1 bill passed through 7 hands before it left the town, in a black city that was thriving way beyond of what they thought we can do. And some poor white people saw that and decided that we gotta burn this shit down. Basically, that's what happened. There's so many black communities and cities that they decided they needed a lake or we need a park. Just like Central Park, there was a black town. Lake Lanier, they still got churches and schools built up under the water. That was our town. You know, everybody say get your own. But every time we get our own, it seems like it gets taken away.
Well, that's how it started, and from that it went to eminent domain, where now the government can
Yep.
they don't take your property. They have to pay you, but they pay you what it's not worth. They don't pay
Way
you what
less,
it's
what
worth.
it's not worth.
Yeah.
Yep. Or we need
Yeah.
a street through here. We need a railroad track. But it seems like they
Yep.
always need it in the black community. That's how I go. Like everybody deserve to work. Because I believe in if you don't work 8 hours a
Yeah.
day, you stealing.
Yeah.
That's the belief that my dad installed in me, being a veteran, Vietnam veteran, worked 40 years construction. My granddaddy, I got buildings in my city where he built in the 1940s. Like on the third grade education, he was a bricklayer. He could write in cursive, weed, blueprint, and everything. Just like Mr. Schoolboy say, the labor has changed. Everybody want everything handed to them, but they don't want to put the labor in. I don't mind working, but I feel my people done did enough work to deserve something. We built this country on our back. The White House was built by slaves, free. There's nothing better than free labor. There's nothing in the world better than free labor. So I feel we
Yeah.
deserve reparations. Also, we all and put in the work to get what we want. But the same thing happened. We did. Store is ran by Chinese food. So why black people get the loan to run their own store? I'm in Florida. All our corner stores are owned by Abrahams and stuff. Like it used to be black owned. It used to be black owned, but it's a system. But everything is not
Yeah.
everything is not the government fault. We also need to come together and be better as people.
It's because you personally were not an immigrant. Those people get free money because they're immigrants. So they get treated better than natural citizens. They get money.
Yeah.
Just like all these people coming over
Well,
illegally now. They get all kinds of money. We don't get shit.
Yeah. No, we
It
don't get
ain't
nothing.
funny, but
And
it's
not
funny.
saying, yeah, they said that, why can't you do it? Why can't you do it? My people ain't getting no $50,000, $100,000 loan to start their business up. We ain't get that 40 acres in the mule that we was promised. Even after slavery happened, it took many years for some people to realize it wasn't slave no more. So the slave owner kept them and paid them the less as possible that they can, just enough to survive and stay on the land. And like that's how they use that for okay. It's the same thing with prison. There's nowhere in the hell you should pay me $2 an hour just because I'm in prison. But I'm still doing all this free
Well,
labor. It's basically slavery.
I
Yeah,
mentioned this before.
if we
The,
lock
the
you
Oh,
up,
they
prisons
we
are
gonna
definitely.
make you a slave.
Yeah.
the prisons are private owned. They're privatized now.
Oh, yeah. They definitely
Oh
privatized in
yeah.
Texas.
So
They.
that's what the
How
problem
can it
is.
be?
Believe it or
How
not, in
can it
most
be?
cases in the past, prisoners were treated better in the past than they were today. Because
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
there's no government telling the prisons what to do. They do whatever the hell they want. Because it's privately owned.
There's
So
no
they're made
way
to
in
make
hell.
money. So the prisons are
So
always
how much
full.
percentage of black people in the country? Is 12% African Americans in the United States?
13.
13%.
13%,
And
and
how
it's been 13% for 150 years.
Come on, ain't that crazy? That's
13% for
population control
150
for your
years.
ass.
So
That's
so my
population
question
control
is,
for your
how
ass.
can it be so black people are that bad that we have the most people incarcerated in this country? We only got 13% people in here, or is that it's
Yep.
designed that way for most black people to be locked up since the '70s with the mass incarcerations and stuff like that? That's what tore our homes up. The needing help, the government assistance, the food stamps, that what tore the black home.
All that.
Anyone who wants child, anyone who
Yep.
want any kind of government assistance or anything, they have to put their husband on child support to get it this way. Ain't no more or get out and get it your own. The
Yes.
black
Yeah.
women, we need to stay
Yeah.
away from the government and live off the land the way that we did.
Let me tell
Like
you
that's their
Yeah.
something. I
plan to put
tried.
us in
Oh,
ghettos.
sorry. No,
Go ahead,
listen.
Judy.
The middle class people are living paycheck to paycheck. There is
Yeah.
even if you are out of debt free or whatever. But I remember it was a time where I had to, I was trying to get food stamps. So I I basically they were basically suggesting me to stop working in order to get food stamps because I
Yeah, so they
was
can keep you right there where you at.
exactly I was
Yeah.
$3 off of what their minimum was or something like that of a monthly income. They started asking me the most ridiculous things. Why can't you sell your car that you own? Why can't you um why can't you they asked me the most ridiculous things, and what I started I just went ahead and said, okay, I don't need this. So what I started doing, because meat is so high, I barely eat meat. So I became a a vegetarian by force.
Yeah, not
But
by choice.
Because the steak is too high. See
but
me, I
in
come
the
from a
end it
family. My
helped me.
dad, like my dad, he was believing no excuses. Like, no matter what, no matter what's going on, there's no excuses. Get the job done.
Exactly.
A veteran and being a veteran and the stuff he's seen and stuff he did, he don't believe in that nothing or you can't get it done. Just get the job done. No matter what, you know what I'm saying. That's the way I grew up. But
Yeah,
everybody don't got the same mentality, of hard work or seeing somebody do hard work. You know what I'm saying? I've been mixing
that's
mud
true.
shit since I was 10 years old. And like in my
Look,
generation, I'm 37. And most of my
yeah,
generation, they don't even know what a bag of concrete is. Just
yeah,
simple stuff like that. Like the way of the world is different.
you're
The
right.
way in the
Look,
world is different. My
my
Spanish
mom
friends,
worked, my mom
go ahead,
worked
Rich.
for the welfare department until she retired, from the 60s until she retired. Even after she retired, she went back to work there. She filed papers and then clerked at $11 an hour, which was a lot of money, good money in 20 years ago, right? So the system was set up where if you're a woman on welfare and you have children, you get a certain amount for the children, you get a certain amount for yourself, but you can't have a man in the house. So if you were to
That's the
say
biggest thing
who,
ever.
right, if you were to say sign the paper and says this is the baby's daddy, they're going to garnish his wages. And whatever they took out, only $50 went to the woman and her children.
What was that movie with?
$50,
And that's true.
$50
That's true,
of
Mr.
his
Garcia.
income, right?
It was a
So back in
movie
the
with.
day, let me finish this.
Oh, go ahead.
Back in the day, where I live, Madera, California, there were 10,000 families on welfare. You know how many of them were black? 4. That's it. 4 families that were black. Back then, when the Mexicans come over here, they go to work. When there's no work, they go back to Mexico. Now, they don't have to go back to Mexico. They go to work, they get on welfare, work comes again, they get off welfare, and they go back to work. That's the
Yeah.
dynamic. That's how it changed. And it was set up that way. Kennedy wouldn't have done that. That's
Thank you for
one of the
holding stuff.
reasons they killed him. Okay. He was for civil
Oh
rights.
yeah,
That was his
he had a
bill.
plan.
He
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 had a
was he was
plan.
for he was exposing corruption. So they killed him. When Lyndon Baines Johnson took over, he passed the civil rights, but he had those stipulations for the government welfare.
Listen,
Can't
people
have a
don't
man
know
in the
about
house.
LBJ. Yep,
Yeah, yeah,
you're right.
He was from Texas.
LBJ was something, man.
Look,
yeah,
Listen,
it's a
what's
yeah.
the
movie called Claudine that talks exactly about that. It's
Yep.
with James L. Jones.
listen? It's the
James Earl
reason.
Jones.
It's the reason black people are the most incarcerated in this country. We all do about the same amount of crime. Ain't nobody rusher than the next person. It's the fact when you get in front of the judges, I got the same amount of prison points as him. As a white man, I got the same prison amount of points as him. As a black man, he get probation. I get 10 years in prison. Same amount of points. We
Right.
did the same amount of crime. I done seen it. They had big rats up. I'm in Martin County over here in Florida. So like I done seen the judges come out and say, well, I just go whatever the state say. So what's the best way to replace slavery? With another form of slavery. Like it ain't rocket science, but people so blind to it. That's why they say, oh well, we don't like people that's woke. They don't want you to know what's going on. they don't want you
That's
to know
true.
how they do their business, how everything is
And
conducted.
right. And going back to 40 acres and a mule, that was implemented uh by
Who,
what
Lincoln?
the hell's his name? Lincoln, right?
Abraham Lincoln. And he got
Abraham Lincoln,
murdered.
right? He got killed.
Yep.
So who took over?
Yep.
Johnson. His Johnson was from the South. So once
Yep.
he got killed, Once Lincoln got killed, Johnson just reneged on it. He didn't go with it. And that's what I'm saying. All those people, they're connected. Where there's Lincoln got killed, McKinley, they all have an agenda that goes against what people in power, whether it's the CIA or whether it's liberal government, they go against it and they get murdered.
See, they got a problem.
secret
They feel like,
society.
and this for everybody. If you rise up, if everybody rise up and everybody be equal, that means somebody got to be less. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want to be less. But
Right.
nobody, they don't want equality. They don't want equality either. Because everything equal, I mean, everybody got a fair shot. Everything is 50%. I can get any job, this and that. Why the hell we still having jobs where they say this is the first black African American or the first brown person to hold this position ever? Why we still got them
Yeah.
kind of jobs in 2024? You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that they get out and get your own. That's good. That's good to get out and get your own. But it's still a system, a small system that's gonna try to heal you back. Especially being a black
Well,
man in
part of it,
America trying to raise a black family.
yeah,
Go ahead,
part
Mr.
of it,
Garcia.
that's where the community comes in. Look,
Yep. That's
Elon
why I
Musk,
said we gotta stick together.
yeah, Elon Musk, wherever he goes, this has been mentioned. He's got 20 people that are guarding him. He pays for it himself, right? And a lot of these people, whether it's Medgar Evers or Martin Luther King Jr. or Malcolm X, no protection. It's easy to kill
No
them.
protection. But yep.
That's where the community could come in, even in the court system. If you have the community coming in defending this person and paying for high dollar lawyers like a lot of other people do, it might change the system.
It might change the
That's
system. Just
that's
like
what
you
my
said
family does.
earlier.
Yeah, that's what my family
Yeah,
does.
stick
Believe me,
together.
whoever gets in trouble, everybody's behind them. And if you need money for
That's
a
what it's
lawyer,
supposed to
it's
be.
there. If you need money for whatever, it's there. Notary Republic, bail bondsman. You have to be
That's
involved
why
in it.
I
Somebody
mean,
does.
do you do you see how many crimes you see in rich neighborhoods? Besides a husband do a wife or some shit like that, a wife, you
Yeah,
don't see crime in rich
yeah.
neighborhoods because everybody happy.
Not. Yeah,
And
right.
I don't got to
Yeah,
steal from the person next door. You know, I don't got to
right.
steal from you like back in the day. They used to deliver milk. They'll never deliver milk again because people be stealing it
Yeah,
from each other
yeah,
because there's
that's
not
right.
enough of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You're right. You're right. But
You know,
with poverty comes desperation. So I'm not saying
you
it's
better
right to
believe it.
commit crimes, but that's what's going to
Oh
happen.
no, they
You got
say
to
when the
expect
stomach
it.
is empty, when the stomach is empty, anything is tempting.
And
You believe that? When your
yeah,
stomach is empty, anything is tempting, no matter what kind of person you are, good person, bad person.
yeah,
As black people, we are
yeah,
coming out made to hate each other. Instead of coming up from another country, I say my Spanish friends, like I don't see apartments go for sale no more because they move out and they move their family right in. The landlord
yeah,
happy. He don't got to put it back on the market. He's gonna get his money. We're gonna take care of each other. The next family come in, we're gonna move him in. And so he get enough to get
yep,
his home and move him out.
yep,
You know, it's a
yep.
system
And
within the system, but you got to make your own
yeah,
system with your own people. And that's our biggest
true.
problem as African American.
That's true.
We don't have a
Well,
system.
the Indians and the
We
Arabics
come
that
from
come
broken
over
homes.
and the Pakistanis that come over, right? That's how they do
Hmm.
business. I want to start a
That's how I do
business, so my
business.
uncle give me 50,000, my dad give me 50,000, my cousin give me, and they have to pay it
Yep.
back, and then it just pays
Yep.
forward. When another relative wants to do a business, they borrow from their own family. They don't get no government assistance. They don't get no loans. They don't get no grants. None of that stuff. They do it within their own
but
community.
but just like you said about your friend, that's not racism that he don't want to mess with nobody but his kind. That's smart. I want to spend the money with my people and keep it in my community for my people. It should be that shouldn't be called race. That should be called a smart solution. Because guess what? Everybody else do the same. You know, everybody do the
Yeah,
same
I do
except
that
for
with
us.
my T-shirt.
Okay, okay, exactly.
You know, I
Yeah,
people tell me you can get this online, you can do this and that, go here, but no, I go to a guy that I've been doing business with for years. He takes care of
yeah.
us.
I can put money in
He
his
deals with
pocket.
my wife. I put it in his pocket, stays right here. And if I need something, same
Yep.
thing with my mechanic. Some of the stuff he don't charge me because I've been going there for so many years. He changed my oil for free, changed my headlights for free, does all this, put it on the computer. What's wrong with the truck? He don't charge me because I go there all the time and I send all my family members there and friends there. And he got
You know
steady
why?
business.
Mr. Garcia, because after a while you become family. Like I've been dealing with this
Exactly.
person for so long, we trust each other. We become family. Black
Yeah.
people, we
Yeah.
can't stand to see another person up as being black people. Like they'll hate on another brother. They wonder why the big superstars and want to come back and give back to the community. Because his best friend gonna be the one that robbed him. Why the hell I want to come
Yeah.
back here for? They
I
don't
hear
love me the
you.
way they say they do. They plotting against me.
I
You
hear
know,
you.
we got to do better with that. We got to do better with that as a people. But for
Yep.
as what they did to us in slavery, we do deserve reparations. We deserve what everybody else got. The Jews got reparations. My Indian people, they got their reparations. They get to live free off the land. We didn't come here. We was brought here. It's a difference in saying, I see better land. We was doing just fine. Where the hell we was at? We was brought here for free labor. Come on, guys. Like,
You know what I'm hearing from you, lot boy. You know what I'm
yes,
hearing
sir.
from you, bro. What I'm
Yes,
hearing
sir.
from lot boy is that lot boy don't want equality. He want what you get. If I get what you get, fuck, I need equality for.
Isn't
I
that
I,
something?
I completely agree. No, I don't want equality. I want what you get.
Hey, I
Yeah,
want to leave something for mine. I want to be able to leave. I want to have nepotism. I want to be able to give my son a job that he don't know shit about just because he my son.
come on.
The guy that been here,
Yeah.
Mr. Garcia, been working this position for 40 years. But now my son,
Yeah.
18, I want to give him the position.
Yeah. Well, that's
You know what I'm
called
saying? Mr. Garcia know
in
the
the
job better
outside
than me.
world that's called generational wealth, and
You better
that
believe it.
should be standard. That should be standard. I
That
got I've said
you
this
better
before
believe
too.
it.
I got all the stuff I do. It's set up for when I die for my family to take over,
For
and a
my
lot of
babies,
it
I got 4 girls.
is residual income. You really don't have to do shit, and you got income coming in, other than mailing stuff out or
They say
doing a video or whatever it is.
they say you're not making money until you make money while you sleep.
Yeah, yeah,
How many orders you get while
yeah.
you sleep, Mr. Garcia? You get a couple orders while you sleep. Somebody wants some books,
Yeah,
some shirt. You know,
I sell stuff every day, and sometimes multiple things a day. There ain't a week go by I don't sell a lot of stuff, and my family's all involved in my registry and writing my books, ordering stuff. My daughter does
listen,
all the thumbnails.
I'm
She
all
she
for
designs the
I'm
T-shirts and all that. Daughter-in-law
I'm
too.
all for do it. I'm all for do it yourself, but don't tell me to do it for myself when you didn't do it for your damn self.
Yeah. Well, they
Hey,
benefit from
You
schoolboy.
know
it.
what I'm saying?
Believe me. Yeah.
You
Let me
know,
Yeah.
ask schoolboy. Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
So I just heard you talking about your business and working with your family, right?
Right.
When you doing business with your family, does the family stay more close knit and closer together, bro?
Yeah. Yep.
Explain.
yep.
Explain it to
and
us.
and there's one reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Don't people they may call me names or say I'm misogynistic or whatever it is. Somebody has to be in charge. Somebody has to somebody has to run shit. But I
Hmm.
need help. I can't do it on my own. I need the labor. I don't know technical stuff. So within
I got the
that,
brain, but
well,
I'm not hip with the times.
that
You
has to
know,
be that has to be reciprocal. They have to benefit from it. So whatever need, they got it. And it goes down to my wife, my daughter-in-law, my son, my children, my grandchildren. In that sense, I take care of them all. But we expect something from each other. If I'm going to take care of you, then when I need something done, you got to do it. And
you
it
got to
has to be
come through
done
for
my
me.
way. And right or wrong, I'm in charge, so I'm going to take responsibility for everything that happens. It works.
That's right. It works.
Ain't
It
nobody
works.
complaining and ain't nobody hurting and everything gets paid. And most of my shit gets paid in cash. I don't have a credit card. I don't take loans out. If my truck breaks today, I'm gonna go buy another truck. Not a new one, but I'm gonna buy a truck. The washer and dryer goes out, Angie's on the phone ordering another one. And
Damn
whatever it
right.
is, the
That's what you're supposed to
house
be.
needs painted, I need new rugs, it's done.
Nobody
just
has
like
to
a couple
suffer.
shows ago, Mr. Garcia was on here with Buck, and he say, "Oh well, yeah, you're supposed to have a certain amount of money for this, a certain amount of money for that, because shit's gonna happen."
It's
You know,
gonna
like
happen.
you know what I'm saying? Is yep, yep,
Yep. So why run
yep.
up your credit
Shit's
card
gonna
when
happen,
you all
man.
you got to do is save some money? If you in business
Hmm.
and you don't have a lawyer with $25,000 retainer, then you better think about your business. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, you failing. Oh yeah, it's
Yep.
gonna happen.
And like I said, if
Something's gonna
something
break.
breaks down,
Every
you,
everything man made is gonna break sooner or later.
yep. So
Remember that.
you know,
Everything man made is gonna break.
like I said, I wasn't like this before. I didn't give a shit about money and I didn't take care of nothing. But I learned it later and I do it. All the funerals, wills, all that stuff, living will, it's all taken care of. Ain't
That
nobody
shit
going
matter.
without. It does.
That
It
shit
does.
matter. That shit matter, man.
Somebody has an accident and you know they need something, whatever it is, it's fixed.
And you
Car battery
know,
dead,
money
you know.
money don't stop the pain, but it makes it easy for you when you know you can take care of shit. Yeah, you
Well,
lose someone,
Hey,
yeah,
but it make it easier. I got the money, I can put them in the ground.
yeah,
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
money don't stop the
yep,
pain, but it can buy some bandages, huh?
yeah,
You
yeah.
better believe it.
And you need
It can
it.
buy some
You
That's the
better
system
believe
we
it.
have. That's the system we have. That's what we use. So you know, I don't care about
You,
money.
you,
I don't even have no money, and I've been all over the place. I don't take $20 with me because I'm taken care of. It's all paid for. I don't have to pay for anything. So I go here and there. If I'm going to buy something for my wife or something, then I'll do that. I have a bank card, but I've been to Europe, been to South America, all over Mexico, all over the US. I don't take money with me. I don't need it. And I don't go unless I know somebody who's there or it's one of my friends, somebody to show me around, take me around, tell me where to go, how to act, go here, don't go there, all this. And that's pre thought out beforehand. So if it's someplace where I don't have no connection there, I don't go.
See, what you
I
talking
ain't.
about now is the real definition of checking in. I was raised by my grandfather. See, you checking in ain't buying friends. It's not extortion. These are relationships.
it's respect. It's
Right,
relationship that I've built over
It's
years.
respect.
right,
Right.
And
right.
Right.
as black people say, my face good everywhere. You know, that's what we say. My
Okay.
face card
Yeah.
good everywhere. I done been good
Right.
to
Right.
everybody. I done treated everybody with respect. Now it's coming back to me. You
Right.
know, that's what
And
they call it.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared anywhere I go. I don't be looking over my shoulder. I do what I'm told. Sometimes I've had to have protection, security. That's all right. I just do what I'm told. And I follow the rules. And if I got to meet somebody and you know, do whatever I need to do, I do that too. So it's all about how you move and who you know and how you present yourself and what you're there for. I've been to some bad places. I ain't scared. I've been, some of the people on the show, they were from Detroit. All those areas they were talking about, I've been there. I've been to areas near Detroit where cops don't even go there. They told me the only time a cop comes here if there's a murder. They don't patrol here. They don't ride around here. I was comfortable. I didn't worry about it because it's who I'm with. They take care of me. So I'm going to take care of them when they need it. They call me up today and say, Richard, I need this and that. Tell me where to send it. It's on the way. And it don't matter if it happened 10 years ago. We got that relationship. That's part of my growing up, My parents took care of everybody. That's what I do. But it's reciprocated too. Somebody don't reciprocate, you just don't deal with them. Let them go.
That's right.
It don't even
That's
have to
right,
be
man.
hate. You don't have to have no words. They just
I just
drop
don't
off.
deal with you no more. Yep.
That's it. That's it.
Yep. I ain't got no animosity to do nothing to warn to harm you. I just stop
Nothing.
dealing with
You
you.
live. Yep.
That's
You
it.
live your life. I live mine.
Yep.
That's the way it is. And it's all a learning process. It's all part of the education. It's all part of living life. I've eaten at a 5-star restaurant, and on that same day, I'm with the paisas in the dirt eating carne asada and beans and rice, sitting around. Don't matter to me.
Damn right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I can get with that, Mr. Schoolboy. I can get with that.
Yeah.
But all in all, everybody as a people, we all can do better. As people to help each other and
Always.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
It starts in your
as a
family.
one culture, we got to do better. Yep, it starts at
It
home.
starts in your family, and then it moves to your neighbors, and then it moves to your community, and then you build like that, and people help each other. And you might have to come out of pocket. So what? It's money. Make more. Make
Oh
more
yeah, you
money.
better believe it. There's plenty of it. You can make more.
People got skills they don't even know about. They could bring us some cash in. And it don't matter if you selling cans or you mowing lawns or you painting somebody's house or you fixing their fence or you fixing their car or you changing a tire.
You can make a
It
business
could be
out
all
of it, no
kinds of
matter
stuff.
what it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yep.
I turned down a lot of stuff because I'm too old and I'm too lazy, man. I ain't gonna do that shit no more.
That's why, we had a little so-called beef going on with Pelican Bay. Oh, you guys, it's a gang, it's a gang. No, Cracking Kennel is not a gang, it's a movement. We family. It ain't a gang,
Yeah.
we family. I bought a shirt
You're
from
gonna have
Buck. I
haters.
don't know how many years ago before he messed up. I didn't get on YouTube no more until he came back home. Because that's my guy. He didn't know
There you
me.
go.
I just recognized real.
That's it.
And I'm gonna keep doing business with him, and we're gonna build a connection from Washington all the way to Florida. And everything in between. That's just the way it's gonna be. That's the way it is. Yep. Straight up, but I'm taking care of this election, man. I appreciate you letting me come up, bro. Let me get back to work. Being top flight security of the
brother.
world.
Yeah. There
Hey,
you
send
go.
me them papers,
Good
Buck. I'm
talking to
waiting
you.
on them. Yes, sir. And Mr. Schoolboy, can I use your registry? Just hit me up in my messenger box. I'll hit you up and tell me how to go about it.
Hit me up with the message. I'll send you some forms. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
We'll
Thanks
get it
again,
done.
Buck.
All right. Take care.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is Buck still there? You still there, Def? All right, everybody. I'm out. Good talk. Salute to the panel in the chat. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hustle every day, so baby, I need more. I got what you need, so come up on and bless your aura. Bitch, better have my money like Rihanna or guitar. And I got a dream like Dr. King, I need a tour bus. Gotta hustle every day, so baby, I need more. I got what you need, so come up on and bless your aura. Bitch, better have my money like Rihanna or guitar. And I got a dream like Dr. King, I need a tour bus. Niggas talking shit about a bitch. I give two shits. I'm the lion of my empire, call me Lucius. Why you worried about my old hustle? I'm on new shit. Making $1,000 every day. You don't do this. Like it or not. I'ma be real, richer or not. And I'm keeping it hot. I'm in the streets, stay with a clock. And it's fuck what you thought. Let's say the op, then fuck with the top. Up in the trap. Mighty growth off of your top. That's for sure, but it ain't for show. Keep it on the low. I get dough, but I need more dough. Keep it for the low. Niggas broke, that's some common gold. Once that llama show, bustin' niggas start to cockroach from that drummer roll. And I gotta hustle every day, some paper, I need more. I got what you need, so call my phone and place your order. Bitch, better have my money like Rihanna or get toured. And I got a dream like Dr. King, I need a tour bus. Gotta hustle every day, some paper, I need more. I got what you need, so call my phone and place your order. Bitch, better have my money like Rihanna or get toured. And I got a dream like Dr. King, I need a tour bus.
Thousand after thousand, and it all get rubber banded. Stay away from Elliot Ness, I hustle, nothing handed. If you from my hood, you know them haters, they can't stand it. Nigga from my clique, he come up shorty, reprimanded. Yo, clique be so deep, but it be mostly all them suckers. Nobody in your whole clique got a Benz, you fucking sucker. Why you on the block if you ain't serving to no clubbers? Take 2 bricks and chop it down and give it to my brothers. Bag that shit up and get this money, cause when you broke, ain't shit fun. You wanna be clean, fuck looking bummy. Stack this bread, move about the country. Them haters gon' do what they do. Hate on me, hate on you. Made a meal back in 02. Look at all the bullshit I've been through.
I gotta hustle every day, some paper, I need more. I got what you need, so call my phone and place your order. Bitch, better have my money like Rihanna or get toured. And I got a dream like Dr. King, I need a tour bus. Gotta hustle every day, some paper, I need more. I got what you need, so call my phone and place your order. Bitch, better have my money like Rihanna or get toured. And I got a dream like Dr. King, I need a tour bus.